Once again, thanks to Auto Alert for hosting Modern Dealerships in the Box here at the NADA Show 2020 in Las Vegas. You are a busy man. Is that you going out there?
It is, that's okay, Joey.
H right here, Howard Hakes with us, President Hitchcock Automotive. Also, you've got, how much time is left on your chairman of the AIADA?
Probably about 46 hours.
46 hours is over. Did you get a watch or anything when you come?
Yeah, I did. I got a little gift today as we ended our board meeting. They gave me a beautiful,
and it's a 1 year where AIADA,
1 year, yes.
Just to catch everybody up, AIADA, and tell me if I'm wrong here, basically represents the automotive retail community industry to Congress and to government.
You have NADA that has every dealer.
Yeah.
AIADA is all the international dealers, so everybody except.
Okay.
So most dealers are members of both.
Yeah.
But we have anybody except for, if you're a single point Ford or Chevy or Chrysler dealer, you're not.
Domestic versus international.
But
that's and you represent in Washington.
In Washington, we're based. Our key thing is free trade.
Okay.
Just free trade for the automobile industry, which happens to be like with USMCA. We just that was our big deal this year.
Yeah.
You know, Ford, General Motors, they're right up beside us.
USMCA, was that NAFTA before?
That was the NAFTA before.
Yeah.
So it's United States, Mexico, Canada.
Yeah.
You know, and so the president just signed it last week. We worked real hard. Actually, we were there. We got invited. We were at the White House for the signing, which was kind of cool.
Excited about that.
That was very cool.
So you have an article. It's in the NADA edition of Modern Dealership magazine, and it's kind of a look back of 2019, really.
Sure.
And I've got to say, out of any year to be chairman of AIADA, it would have been 2019, because there was tariffs was a big word.
Tariff.
Get us updated on what was that to the automotive industry?
Well, it's huge. I mean, a 25% increase, which we have staved it off, but it's still out there, especially for the European side right now. But we've staved off a lot of it. But it's just starting. Last year, the president said that if he doesn't come to some agreement with a couple of these countries, we're going to put 25% tariff on all imported cars. Parts and cars comes in. And
I know Germany was involved in that.
Everything.
Yeah.
So that's where we got a deal with Japan. We're working on a deal with Britain. Now USMCA got done. The last one to get done will be the EU.
Yeah.
The EU one. But they're talking, they're doing some good things, but there's still a little threat there. But it's always out there. We can't take our foot off the pedal.
So you're representing these brands.
10,000 dealers. We have 10,000 international dealers throughout the country. So we're in DC representing the dealers, making sure that their interests are heard on Capitol Hill. I have a team up on Capitol Hill, lobbyists, that we are there every day, pounding the pavement with the administration and the Senate and Congress to just, hey, here's what the issues are, here's the effect of what it is for the dealer. 578,000 employees of the dealers, the international dealers. So a lot of feeding people there. You got to feed the body. So we want to make sure that everybody's taken care of and everything. Yeah. So
who has more employees, them or Cox Automotive?
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, it's probably about the same. Yeah. And so, so it was a great year. I mean, we had a lot of wins, but as we just left our meeting today, and we'll have our luncheon on Monday to talk about it.
What's pressing right now?
The tariff still.
It's still the tariff?
It's still there. It's still looming. It's not done, but we did a great job of staving it off, and so that will be the threat this year too. I mean, 'cause at any time they could be put into effect.
I grew up with a congressman from the first district. I think the first district of Kansas. So if you need a little insight to, what's his favorite soda or anything.
There you go.
That's what you guys do. You talk to. The lobbyists talk to our representatives and tell them how these dealers feel, correct?
And exactly. I mean, if you've ever been in a representative, I've been in politics for the last 25 years, so I understand the political thing. But a lot of dealers haven't been in Washington, been in their capital. To go in, a lot of these, they don't know what a dealership is, how many employees you have, what you do in the community, the whole 9 yards. So to tell the congressman or whoever it might be, here's what we do in your community, we need your help on this. And so getting the dealers involved. With AIADA, we really enforce getting the dealers. It's great for a lobbyist to go in, but everybody there, they see lobbyists all the time.
Right.
So for the dealer to come in to their office from their district, or me, I was in probably 80 different offices or 100 different offices this year between Congress and the Senate of talking to congressmen and senators about this issue from all different states. So
do they tend to be open because there's a lot of people lobbying?
No one wants tariffs.
Right.
So yes, they're open. They want to know a little bit more. Some are more free trade than others, but no one wants a 25% tariff. They know that that's not good for the country.
Right, absolutely.
So, but you have such division in Washington, D.C.
Absolutely.
now. So I could have a total free trade person, but they hate the president,
right.
So I'm not going to be for,
If you have that going on, you have auto dealerships, because they're just like, they're Americans, right? They're left, right, center, independent, and you got some that fully support the president, but then something comes up that can really affect their living, their life completely. What kind of challenge are you running into?
Well, let's take USMCA, for example, on that. We finally got that done, which was the same thing. It sat there, whatever side of the aisle you're on, but it sat there for a year on the speaker's desk, not moving it forward, where we're sitting there going, hey, and then it passed overwhelmingly.
Right.
So it was something
we don't know why Pelosi hung on to it.
I didn't want to mention a name.
No, you can't, absolutely. This is a dealership magazine.
So it sat there for a year, and so there was something that could have been done earlier, but she just wanted to keep it because didn't want to give the president a win.
I see.
Yeah.
So you're having to deal with that. I've always been curious.
It is so bad right now, Joey. I've been in DC for the last 20 years, back and forth.
Yeah.
I've never seen a division like that. It is so you're here or you're here, and it's to get in the middle. How's
that affecting our industry, the retail industry?
I think it's tough for every industry. You look at this Congress has done nothing.
Yeah.
Except USMCA, which is great, we got that done, or try to impeach the president.
Right.
That's all we've tried to do.
And so the split is kind of putting things on a backlog. So is it Quarter?
Jason Quarter from Seattle, Washington.
He's coming
will take
in
over on Monday. Yeah.
And what do you do now? Just do Hitchcock? You're a real big player at AIADA. You stay with doing.
I will still be on the board for another year. You have to, and then the bylaws, I have to go off the board. But I've been involved with state politics with this. I will always be involved with the industry politics to make a difference.
How important is it for a dealer to be cognizant or to be aware of what AIADA is doing in Washington for them? Because I can't see it as being one you just want to blank out. You kind of want to.
So important, and that was one of my key things this year that I tried. And I got dealer involvement was an issue of mine that I really wanted, and we got a lot better. But it's still that 80-20 rule in life. That 20% of the people are doing 80% of the work.
Yeah.
And so, but we've got others involved, but a lot of dealers, it doesn't affect them until you have chaos. And then chaos has to go, where the hell?
That's like anything.
Why didn't I know? And so we're trying to inform, but we have great tools out there through social media, through magazines like yours, to show them, hey, you need to be a little more involved.
How do they get involved? Like if let's say a dealer's listening to this right now, it's like, yeah, I do want to know what's going on in Washington. I do want to know what's going on with this.
Most import dealers, they get our daily update.
Yeah.
They get our thing because the manufacturers were involved with the manufacturers, so all the manufacturers send it out to them. But AIADA.com or it is .com.
Yeah.
And but through your local.
There's local chapters and regional kind of.
We're a federal thing, but but you have a lot of the manufacturers have Toyota has a political arm that and every manufacturer does to know what's going on to help out. So to just stay in tune with what's happening out there for our industry, because right now, a tariff overnight puts us literally, I'm not saying out of business, but pretty close.
Could rock us.
Yeah, could rock us because people are going to keep their car and not want to sell it.
Because I know dealerships really pride themselves on local, right? Staying local. And I know a lot of dealer principals support different candidates, whether it be for governor, whether it be for House of Representatives, Senate. Is the AIADA also kind of a support system for those dealers that want to get more?
Well, we're very apolitical.
Yeah.
In a standpoint.
But can you help dealers understand which of these congressmen are doing the right things for them?
Now, like NADA, we have it's not associated with AIADA, but we have a AFIT PAC, which is American for Free International Trade PAC, which is a separate thing that goes after and gives money to free trade candidates.
Okay.
Yeah, and those are, and so we kind of try to, if you're free trade, you voted free trade on all different issues, those are the candidates we want
and
to
dealers
support.
can give to that super PAC.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean, just make things easier to kind of support what's going on with AIADA. So, you weren't voted out. You only get 1 year.
I only get 1 year.
I don't know much about your history when it comes to politics. I've known of you for 10 years, but is there any future of you, Senate run, Congress?
I'm very involved in state politics. I was involved in local politics before. I'm involved here in the federal level. So I really enjoy kind of being that, I don't want to say behind the scenes,
right.
but very involved. I mean, so
you're Southern California, aren't you?
I am in Southern California.
And you're also conservative, so it might be harder to get.
I'm one of 5 in Southern California. I sit on the board of the California Republican Party, but other than the board, we don't have much.
It's a couple meetings.
But
no future. You're going to stay behind the scenes, still continue to work for the dealers.
Never say never, but of course. I mean, as president of Hitchcock Automotive, I have no interest in leaving. That's the greatest job I've ever had. And so, but never say never to anything. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate Howard Hakes, president of Hitchcock Automotive.
Thank you,
and 46 hours left as the chairman of the AIADA.
Yes.
More information is AIADA.com. Get involved with government and making sure that these tariffs don't happen overnight, right? Or ever. Thanks a lot. We got more interviews coming up. Thanks for joining us here at NADA 2020.